Welcome to the Explainer. You know that classic road trip argument, right? The one about who gets to control the music? Well, today, we're going to take that exact argument and turn it into a super powerful data skill. This whole playlist battle is going to teach you everything you need to know about SQL set operations. And trust me, these are some of the coolest, most elegant tools you can have in your SQL toolbox.
So, here's what we've got on deck. We'll kick things off with the playlist battle. Then we'll cover 2 golden rules you absolutely need to know. After that, we're diving straight into the operators, union, intersect, and accept. And to wrap it all up, we'll talk about why you might use these instead of joins. Let's get into it.
All right, so picture this. 2 friends, a long road trip ahead of them, and a problem that is, at its heart, a data problem, even if they don't realize it. Their little debate over music is the perfect setup for what we're about to solve using SQL. So let's meet our friends. We've got Rohan, who's all about classic rock anthems, and Priya, who loves her Bollywood dance hits. You see, their friendly argument is exactly what we do with data all the time. We have different lists of information, and we need to figure out how they relate to each other, what's the same and what's different.
Okay, so to make this real for us, let's just imagine their playlists as 2 super simple tables in a database. On the left, you see Rohan's playlist. On the right, Priya's playlist. Now take a look. You probably spotted it already. They have one song in common, Chaya Chaya. That little bit of overlap? It's going to be really important in a minute. These 2 tables are our playground for today.
So how do they solve this? Well, the answer isn't in the car stereo settings. Nope, it's in SQL. The solution is something called set operations, a handful of commands that are literally designed to combine, compare, and contrast lists of data, just like their playlists.
But before we jump in and start writing any code, hold on. We need to talk about the foundation. There are 2, let's call them golden rules for set operations. They're non-negotiable. If you get these wrong, your query just won't run. So let's lock these in first.
Here they are. Rule number 1, your select statements have to pull the same number of columns. Simple enough. Rule number 2, the data types of those columns have to be compatible. I mean, it just makes sense, right? You can compare a list of text with another list of text, or numbers with numbers, but you can't really combine a list of song titles with, say, a list of album release dates. SQL knows this, and it'll throw an error.
All right, with the rules down, let's get our hands dirty with our very first operator. This one answers Rohan's big question. How do we just create one massive, epic road trip playlist with everything from both lists? Well, the tool for that job is union.
So, what does union actually do? It takes the results from 2 or more select statements and stitches them together into one list. But here's the magic bit. The key thing you gotta remember about a regular union: it automatically finds and gets rid of any duplicates. It just cleans up the list for you.
And the best part? The code for this is ridiculously simple and easy to read. You just write your first select statement, type the word union, and then write your second select statement. That's it. You're basically just telling the database, hey, give me the unique combo of these 2 lists. And boom, here's what you get back. One single unified playlist. Now look closely. Remember Chaya Chaya? It was on both of their lists, but in our final result, it only shows up once. That's union doing its job perfectly, making sure we have a clean master list with no repeats.
Now, this is a really interesting choice you get to make. What if you actually wanted the duplicates? Maybe you're not making a playlist, but you're trying to count every single entry. Well, for that, you've got union all. It just smushes the 2 lists together, warts and all. So the trade-off is pretty straightforward. Union gives you that clean, unique list, but it's a little bit slower because it has to do that duplicate check. Union all is way faster because it skips the check, but you'll get every single row from both tables.
Okay, on to the next challenge. Remember Priya's request? She wanted to find the songs that they both liked, the ones that were on both of their playlists. So, how do we find just that common ground between their 2 lists? For that, we use Intersect. Yeah, think of this as your common favorites button. It compares 2 lists and gives you back only the rows that are in both of them. The query is just as easy as union. You just swap out the keyword. Let's see what that gets us.
And there it is, just like that. The intersect query perfectly isolates their common ground, Chaya Chaya. It's such a precise tool for finding that valuable overlap between any 2 sets of data. And this isn't just for music playlists, of course. This logic is super powerful for all sorts of real-world problems. Imagine you're working with a huge movie database. You need to find all the sci-fi films that also have deleted scenes. Easy. You get a list of all sci-fi movies, a second list of all movies with deleted scenes, and Intersect will instantly show you only the movies that are on both lists. Perfect.
All right, time for the final piece of the puzzle from our road trip duo. Rohan got a little curious. He wanted to know which songs on his list were totally unique to him, the ones Priya didn't have. This is all about finding the differences, and for that, we have the except operator.
Now, this is super important. Except is all about direction. It gives you the rows from the first list that are not in the second list. That means the order you write your tables in matters a lot. It completely changes the question you're asking. Oh, and a quick heads up. If you're using an Oracle database, this operator is called minus, but it does the exact same thing.
So let's see this in action. First, we'll ask the database, give me the songs from Rohan's playlist that are not in Priya's playlist. And the result? We get his 2 classic rock anthems. These are the songs that are 100% unique to his list.
Okay, now watch what happens when we just flip the query around. Now we're asking for the songs in Priya's list that are not in Rohan's. And see? A completely different result. We get her unique Bollywood hits. This shows you perfectly that with except, your perspective, which table comes first, defines the entire outcome.
Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking right now. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I could have done all of this with some clever joins and where clauses. And you know what? You're absolutely right. You often can. But there are really good reasons why set operations are often the better choice. It all comes down to things like readability, logic, and sometimes even performance.
And this slide lays out the difference perfectly. On the left, using except is declarative. It describes what you want. Give me stuff from A that's not in B. It's clean and logical. The complex join on the right is procedural. It describes how to get the answer step by step. The except query is way easier for a human to read, and often it's more performant because you're telling the database your ultimate goal and letting it figure out the best way to get there.
So let's do a quick recap. You've basically just added 4 awesome and really logical tools to your SQL toolkit. You've got Union for combining lists and ditching duplicates, Union All to combine everything and keep the duplicates, Intersect to find that crucial common ground, and Except to cleanly find what's unique from one list's perspective.
And so I'll leave you with this question. Think about the data you work with every single day, whether it's for your job or just a personal project. Where do you have separate lists of things? Customers, products, users, events? Where could a simple operator like Intersect help you instantly find that valuable common ground and maybe unlock a brand new insight? You're the data DJ now. Happy querying.